This is my Mk1 Golf 1.8 turbo with all-wheel drive from Audi S3. I'm going to make this ready for the dyno. I'm going to get this dyno because has not been done fully yet. And I have a list because I have this YouTube channel I'm making with the local tuner and RS Tuning and Motorsport. And I am filming, mostly I am filming, and he is behind the camera. He is in front of the camera, I am behind the camera. After last year, the first half of the year, spent a lot of time because I was filming his 2000 horsepower quad turbo Volvo project. Yeah, it's epic, the channel is here. He talked about, sometimes he told me stories about customers of his coming in with a race car, wanting to get it tuned, and then they made, he said, everyone makes mistakes, and it's, you know, when he sees a car without mistakes, he feels like, what is wrong here? So a few weeks ago I asked him, what's the most common mistakes people do? Because I'm gonna get this dynoed at him, of course, and he wrote me a list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 7, 8 typical things. So I asked him, what should I check before coming to you? So we don't have to spend that much time fixing issues in the dyno when I could be fixing it here and save both of us probably some hours of time. A few of them, of the common mistakes, has to do with electricity. Here's the engine. It's a 4-cylinder, 1.8 turbo, the same which you can find in Mk1 Golf and every Volkswagen or Audi or VAG, which came in the early 2000s. So, alternator is here. And you see this red cable here. That's the cable from the alternator. It goes also to the starter and then back in the car, all the way to the battery here. So it's this cable here, and it goes on the side, the driver's side, here, on the side of all the inside between, under, over all this electronics, and into the engine bay here. My ECU is over there, on the side there, and it also has all the electricity, all the cables, wires going from this side over to the driver's side and then into the engine bay. The problem is mostly here. Alternator cable can make a lot of noise in these other cables from the ECU. Can disturb signals to the ECU, so the ECU gets misreadings or gets no reading at all in, I guess, worst case. So he said this is one of the things you should check, that the alternator cable, especially since I have the battery in the back, that it's far away from ECU wires, ECU cables. My plan for this is to take the cable, take it from this side of the car to this side of the car. So it will go will be connected from starter and to alternator, and then in the car, passenger side, and into this area, and connected to the battery. That's the first on the list. There's also some other things which has to do with electricity and wiring, but we will go through all of them one by one. I did already start taking the stuff off the battery. One of the things which was also on the to-do list when it came to power not disturbing the rest of the ECU harness was also to have one earth cable from directly from the battery to the engine, just to make the earth really, you know, good. Don't kind of rely on the chassis to be the earth, the ground. Don't rely on the chassis to be the grounding point of the whole car, especially when it comes to the ECU. The cable, the wire, which I had, is not long enough. So I have another one here, and I have this black one as well. That will be my earth, going from the battery to here. It was already one hole in the bulkhead here, and it's actually quite perfect location. So I will pull one of the cables here, but I need to drill another one next to it. Cables are now here, and they go through this, I don't know what to call it, protection wall. I'm gonna zip tie them all the way behind the ECU and here into the engine bay. This will go to alternator, and I will find a ground for this. Yeah, wire it up. Yeah, and then go to the next thing on my list.